not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. He reach out yet?
Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
What the f*** is this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here.
After multiple failed bail attempts, Diddy has adopted a new strategy, alleging that authorities are treating him unfairly and denying him the same rights as other defendants. But is there truth to his claims? Or is this just another tactic from someone whose credibility is in question? Let's uncover the facts together in this video. Diddy's legal battle has taken another dramatic turn as his defense team accuses federal authorities of overreach and misconduct amid his ongoing detention. Diddy's attorneys allege that the federal government, in collaboration with the Bureau of Prisons, BOP, has unfairly spied on his private communications with legal counsel, violating his constitutional rights. Central to their claims is an alleged raid on Diddy's cell at MDC Brooklyn. The defense argues that during the sweep, BOP staff improperly confiscated handwritten notes exchanged between Diddy and his attorneys. According to his team, one staff member even photographed these confidential materials and sent them directly to prosecutors, who have since used the notes in court to argue against his release on bail. The defense further challenges the prosecution's narrative surrounding the raid. They assert that the confiscated documents were not stored in Diddy's bunk, as claimed by prosecutors, but securely kept in his locker. This discrepancy, they argue, undermines the legitimacy of the raid, which was allegedly justified by a fabricated security concern. This latest development follows a key legal victory for Diddy's defense. In November, a judge ordered prosecutors to cease using or retaining copies of the disputed notes until a formal hearing determines their admissibility. However, the controversy surrounding the notes remains central to the case, as it played a significant role in Diddy's 3 unsuccessful attempts to secure bail. During the raid, federal prosecutors seized 19 pieces of written material from Diddy's jail cell, alleging the documents reveal attempts to influence public opinion and obstruct justice. During a hearing on November 19th, prosecutors detailed that the confiscated items included 11 handwritten notes and 8 calendar pages. These documents reportedly outlined plans to pay off witnesses and gather compromising information on victims. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic argued before U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian that the evidence demonstrates a clear effort by Diddy to obstruct the legal process, bolstering the case for denying him bail. Diddy's defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, strongly contested the circumstances of the search that uncovered the materials, demanding access to surveillance footage to verify its legality. Agnifilo argued that the search and seizure of Diddy's private writings violated his rights, potentially warranting the dismissal of the indictment or the removal of the prosecution team from the case. Prosecutors defended the operation, with Slavic explaining that the Bureau of Prisons, BOP, conducted the search as part of a covert investigation. The BOP maintained that the documents were obtained in a lawful and appropriate manner. Judge Subramanian, after hearing both sides, ruled that the original documents would remain under court control, but ordered federal prosecutors to destroy any copies they had made immediately. In response, Agnifilo criticized the government's actions, stating, "No multi-agency law enforcement initiative justified rifling through Mr. Combs' personal handwritten notes of conversations with his lawyers, and the prosecutor's arguments to the contrary lack all credibility." He added that the seizure is an illegal act, claiming it violated Diddy's constitutional rights. In response, the government defended its actions, stating that a filter team had reviewed the seized materials before passing them to prosecutors. Assistant U.S. Attorney Mary Slavic argued that the notes could constitute evidence of obstruction of justice, negating any attorney-client privilege protections. The memos, however, remain a focal point in the prosecution's case. Prosecutors claim the writings substantiate their allegations that Diddy has been attempting to blackmail victims and manipulate witnesses while in custody. These accusations, combined with previous claims of misconduct, continue to weigh heavily against Diddy as he fights to secure bail. The legal challenges for Diddy, arrested in September on charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and related crimes, have been compounded by additional accusations from prosecutors. They allege that Diddy violated prison rules by contacting potential witnesses through unauthorized means, including using other inmates' phone accounts and engaging in three-way calls to circumvent approved contact lists. Prosecutors claim recorded calls reveal that Diddy instructed family members to reach out to witnesses on his behalf. They also point to a notebook found in his cell as evidence of his alleged relentless efforts to influence witness testimony. Diddy, however, pleaded not guilty to all charges and continues to deny any wrongdoing. As his legal team prepares for the next round of hearings, they argue that the government's handling of evidence and alleged misconduct casts serious doubts on the fairness of the case against him. As the sex trafficking case against Diddy intensifies, the hip-hop icon has taken his defense strategy to another level. He first started with the enlistment of Alexandra Shapiro, the attorney representing Sam Bankman-Fried, to appeal a New York judge's decision to deny him bail as he awaits trial on racketeering and trafficking charges. Shapiro, a prominent appellate lawyer, recently filed a 102-page appeal in the Second Circuit on behalf of Bankman-Fried, arguing for a new trial and alleging judicial bias during the proceedings that led to his 25-year sentence for the collapse of the cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. Bankman-Fried and Diddy have reportedly shared living quarters and dorm-style accommodations at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where both men are being held. While it's unclear whether the two discussed legal strategies or if Bankman-Fried recommended Shapiro's services, a source familiar with their arrangement suggested the connection may not be coincidental. The individual, whose identity is known to Business Insider, requested anonymity due to restrictions on discussing the matter publicly. Shapiro's appointment marks a strategic shift for Diddy as he battles to secure bail and prepare for trial. Diddy has also brought on Anthony Rico, a renowned criminal defense attorney and death penalty expert, to bolster his legal team as he faces charges. Rico, known for his work with high-profile and often controversial defendants, has built a reputation for solving complex and high-stakes cases. Examining Diddy's legal lineup reveals a carefully curated team of seasoned professionals, each chosen for their expertise in specific areas critical to his defense. Rico is well-versed in handling cases involving unpopular defendants and crafting strategies to counter public bias. Mark Agnifilo, another key attorney on the team, specializes in the intricate racketeering statutes central to the government's case. Alexandra Shapiro brings a wealth of experience in appeals and constitutional challenges, while Tenny Garagos focuses on cases involving sexual assault and has a track record of leveraging media narratives to benefit her clients. While Diddy formed his powerful defense team, the prosecutors were also aware, and with that, they added Maureen Ryan Comey to their team. Maureen is a prominent prosecutor, known for her role in the Ghislaine Maxwell sex trafficking case. Comey, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, formally filed a notice of appearance on Monday, December 2nd, at the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. According to court documents, her addition to the team strengthens the prosecution's efforts as they prepare for trial. Her involvement comes shortly after a Manhattan federal judge denied Diddy bail for the second time, citing risks of obstruction and witness tampering. Diddy attorneys, however, argue that the government's methods not only undermine the integrity of the case, but could result in significant legal repercussions for the prosecution team. Attorney Alexandra Shapiro argued that Diddy's detention severely hampers his ability to prepare for trial, citing the voluminous discovery materials and the lack of access to essential resources like a laptop. She added that conditions at the jail, including frequent lockdowns and the confiscation of Diddy's writing materials, make it nearly impossible for him to adequately defend himself. Shapiro emphasized that these restrictions violate his constitutional right to a fair trial. Prosecutors, however, maintained that Diddy poses a significant risk to the integrity of the proceedings. In court documents, they accused him of orchestrating social media campaigns and attempting to manipulate public perception of the case. They cited an Instagram statement from a woman identified as Witness 2, which allegedly countered allegations made in a civil lawsuit by singer Dawn Richard. Prosecutors claimed Diddy collaborated on the statement via texts and phone calls from prison, and implied that he may have paid Witness 2 for her support. Prosecutors also referenced a video posted by Diddy's children on November 5th, in which they wished him a happy birthday during a prison call. The government alleged that Diddy monitored the video's audience engagement and discussed strategies with his family to influence potential jurors. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team continues to push for better trial preparation conditions. In a letter to the court, attorneys Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Giragos criticized the Metropolitan Detention Center for failing to provide Diddy with a government-prepared laptop, which they claim is essential for reviewing case materials and assisting in his defense. Despite receiving the laptop 9 days earlier, the facility has yet to allow Diddy to access it. The defense argued that these delays and restrictions unjustly disadvantage Diddy compared to other inmates and impede his ability to communicate with his attorneys effectively. They also reiterated prior claims that the government has attempted to monitor his handwritten notes, further infringing on his rights. As Diddy awaits trial on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, his legal team continues to battle both the allegations against him and the conditions of his detention, which they argue are undermining his ability to mount a robust defense. Diddy may indeed pose a danger if granted bail, as evidence suggests he has continued to exert influence even while incarcerated. However, the prosecution's actions raise questions about why he is denied nearly all of his rights. But with his powerhouse legal team, will it be enough to secure a favorable outcome for the music mogul?